Long before the beginning of all other beginnings, God is. In a burst of creative activity, God creates the world and everything in it.
Yes. Well, we're going to introduce our guest. Our guest tonight, we have Sandra Nestor Love. Sandra is an amazing transformational leader. Good. So Sandra, you Thomas, I'll let Thomas go ahead, and because Thomas is usually our spearhead in starting dinner with the coaches. Thomas, you want to go ahead and start?
Yeah, well, first I want to say welcome, Sandra. You know, I've watched your stuff. You've done and are doing some great things out there in the community, and it seems like you have a fundamental base of what you do in terms of your company core and success dynamics, right? So based upon the core, I see a kind of a thread, and that thread to me is really you dig deep into transformational leadership.
They don't have a mark. They're not clear on where the best is. And so that's why I designed a game to give them a grid for greatness, to give them a map on knowing where exactly on the hashtag or the tic-tac-toe board is the best and where is the worst. And I just draw it out for them very simply. And that way they'll know where they are and how to navigate towards the mark, towards the best. And when people have that, it's easier for someone to hit a success target when they know what and where it is.
Okay. What does that game look like?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the best looks like this. And it's a very simple game. It's a two-sided board. You know, I'm into the two-sided coin thing. The best looks like this because once you draw a hashtag and once you see the grid for greatness, you can't unsee it. Once I explain what this is, me and my kids, we played on the way to school. You can play it in your head. Once you're clear on where the best is in the upright corner and the worst is in the
see that.
And there's two cards, question cards and calls to action cards. And you start your cup in the little neutral zone. That little N represents Earth. The neutral now moment. That's what we have. That's our portion. We said we have the now moment. We can't change or control the past. I don't know why people try to think about it and focus on it and talk about it all the time. It's a major distraction. It's hard to drive down 295 using your rear view mirror the whole time.
Yeah, amen.
Rear view mirror. I'm just letting you know, use it for what it is. When we know where our help comes from, when we look up to the upright area on which our help comes from, who made heaven and earth, things become fun and with ease. It comes fun.
Okay.
Christianity becomes fun and with ease when we are very, very clear. And we're talking about transformational leadership, and I don't want to take away from that. But when a leader knows exactly who they are, this is the definition of success. I don't define my client's definition of success. I tell them my definition, and they need to define that. In my game, by the time you're done, you'll be clear with the set of questions and calls to actions what your definition of success is. My definition of success is loving who I am, loving what I do, loving how it's impacting others.
Okay.
And once a leader can define that for themselves, then they'll be able to lead someone. But if a leader is lost, the Bible calls it the blind leading the blind. Jesus called the Pharisees, you blind vipers. If you knew who my father was, you would acknowledge me, but you hate me because I'm the truth. The truth requires us to lay down our facts.
Ooh, yeah.
The truth requires us to exchange to be changed. What do we have to exchange? Our facts, our feelings, our past. We have to exchange our past for the future that the manufacturer originally designed for us.
So before we get too far down the line, Sandra, where can people find your game? Because I know people are going to be asking.
You can find it on gamecrafter.com. You can also find it at sandrainlove.com. You can also find it on Facebook, author Sandra in Love. So you can look me up on Facebook, Sandra in Love.
Faith is important, because how can you believe you don't have faith? Why? Because you're believing in something that's not seen. And if it's not seen, unfortunately, we use our 5 senses. And if you can't use those 5 senses, what are you using? It's called faith. It's necessary.
That's so good. And those 5 senses as the gates to our soul. My eye gate, my ear gate, my mouth gate, my skin gate. These are the gates to my soul. And my soul, which is my thinker, feeler, chooser, is the gate to my core. It's my heart, my womb, whom I've been intimate with. And the nature of God, we have to start with the core character, the core values, the core nature of our God, the nucleus, right? And when we build from the ground up, we can build something solid that can endure. The definition of integrity is how much pressure can you, when you're an engineer, you base how high and how wide your building is based on the integrity of the building. Building is contingent on the foundation of the building. So it's important that we have that foundation so solid, so clean and clear, zero confusion. And the game provides that, asking the best questions, the best calls to action. The first round, you yell it out. The second round, you journal it out. Because journaling has been proven to increase not only IQ, but EQ.
The one thing that people don't talk about a lot is he said, when I come back, will I find faith on the earth? So faith is the substance of things hoped for. When your hope has been deferred, what the Bible say? It maketh you sick. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. So when we deal with the core of who you are, we get to change behavior. We get to change patterns. We get to change decision making. We get to change, you get to change lives one at a time. Right? There's nothing ultra dynamic about being everything that God called you to be in business, in life. The only thing is understanding your choices and how your choices affect your decision making, how your decisions affect your choices, and how it affects and impacts the people that are around you. It impacts your finances, it impacts your family, it impacts your kids, it even impacts how you see yourself. So I think,
and the practical side, asking questions controls your focus. I would find a coach, a mentor, even your children. Make it a safe place where you can constantly keep asking questions. Make it a safe place. Secure and mature people don't mind being questioned. So if you can create a safe space, a relationship where you can ask the best questions, you will get the best clarity to produce the strategy. The strategy shows up. The how shows up. The clarity. For leaders, I encourage you guys.
That's
give
good.
yourself permission to stay honest. Ask the best questions. Keep asking questions until you get to the best questions. It's not about you being perfect. It's about you being willing to press towards the mark, which is perfect love. Give yourself permission to enjoy the process. Enjoy the progress. Write it down. Make it plain. Celebrate milestones. Because what you have in your cup, because my game is about filling and advancing your cup through asking the best questions and calls to action. What's in your cup is what you're going to pour out. If my cup is empty, I got nothing to give you right now. Let me tell you something. The fact that you're pressing towards the mark and pursuing to be a selfless legacy leader, let me tell you something. God is with you. You are influencing and impacting people more than people will ever let you know. Continue to just be brilliant. Shine for him.
Thank you so much for each that have responded, and continue to support Dinner with the Coaches. If you are looking for a coach here, you have the best here in town. Is Thomas and I. You can reach us on Facebook at Dinner with the Coaches.